Hello once again, Virgo. Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au. Thanks for joining me. As I've said in the past few months, I'm departing from the typical sort of chronological approach to your monthly horoscope. Right now we see 3 planets in your 9th house. 9th house is the higher mind, and that includes your ruling planet Mercury. What do we mean by the higher mind and the lower mind and the no mind? Sometimes it's confusing. Actually, there's only one mind, but it depends on where your mind is being directed. The functioning mind tends to be absorbed in a lot of the day-to-day activities, the problem solving, the little distractions here, there and everywhere, the sort of intricacies of the superficial mind. And that's okay, we have to work on problems, but I'm interested very much in where this month and beyond you can expand yourself and start to find some satisfaction in your life, Virgo, which is why I'm more interested, rather than a strict chronological transit by transit reading here, and we will talk about a few dates. I'm more interested in seeing how we can direct you to that state of being which gives you the opportunity to fulfill yourself and to be completely happy. Now, the higher mind, let's look at that, because that's where the focus is. And if you're not aware of what that is, it might be difficult to pinpoint it. So the higher mind is really letting go of the conscious interjection of the rational mind. So it's sort of an absorption in the functionality. So if you've got a problem at hand, it really is just simply working on the problem without worrying about the past or the future. And that, I think, is your problem at the moment. You do have the rather difficult conjunction of Mars and Saturn sitting there in your 4th house, which is the inner self, the part of the horoscope that shows you self-satisfaction. Now, trying to focus on what it is you do, having all these problems interjecting and intervening with that, makes it very hard for you to get into this flow of higher mind. So what that requires is, well, as I've also said in the past, a high degree of trust. Trust basically means determining to do something and then disciplining yourself to not allow anything to intrude on the moment when you're focusing on that particular function. Now, by doing that, number one, you're going to obviously eliminate a lot of worry and concern with things that aren't immediately needing your attention. Number two, the quality of your work is going to be much, much better. And that is something I can tell you about your star sign, is part of your hard wiring, Virgo. You are designed to do work from the point of view of service. But right now, you're being distracted by a lot of this other stuff. And in a way, you're allowing that distraction. So the discipline here, the way to expand and move forward, I believe, and to give free rein to this higher mind, is to simply shut all that stuff out, allocate time for it, and get a little bit more smart with the way you manage your time, your diary, your planner, that sort of thing. That you need to also spend considerable time locking out specific times of the day to do the tasks that are going to give you the opportunity to just completely flow and creatively associate with. There's a full moon that takes place on the 22nd. Now, that also coincides with the forward movement of your ruling planet Mercury, which is just a tad off, moving through your 10th house. That'll come next month because it won't quite yet make it to that upper part of your horoscope, which is your career sector. But I would say, along with that full moon in your 4th house, it gives you the opportunity to start balancing the home life, which I think is a large part of many of your Virgoan problems right now, with the career and the desire to shift gear into that area that's going to give you full satisfaction. We see also, I think it's around the 24th, if I'm not mistaken, yes, Venus, very friendly for you, your finance planet, also moving into that 10th house. And the Sun will move into that area on the 21st. So there are 2 or 3 planets moving into the career sector. So once you get this higher mind thing going, you're able to lock out the distractions. It's almost like focusing the sun through the prism, or the magnifying glass, and focusing it exactly on what it is you want. With Venus moving there, you're going to have opportunity for passion. There could be some romance in the workplace. Be careful of that. At least you'll find your employer will be amenable to you more on a social level if you've got things to ask for. Avail yourself of those transits, because they will also help you to move forward in your professional direction. Jupiter, by the way, on the 9th of May moves forward, and that's also quite a powerful transit for you relating to your relationships, your marriage, if you happen to be married. And because Jupiter right now is in your sun sign, that forward motion is going to help clarify quite a few things in terms of the way you're dealing with people, the relationship side of things. And that, having been a distraction, probably won't be as much of a distraction, which is good news based upon what we started the reading on, which is you need as few distractions as possible to allow the higher mind to function. I hope you're going to join me again next month. Don't forget, pop into astrology.com.au, contextualize all of this with some of the other readings we have there, your daily and also yearly reading. And if you need that private reading, a face-to-face personal consultation with myself or one of my associates, we're always here, ready, willing and able to be at your service. Till next month, take care, Virgo. Bye-bye.